So we're making apricot jam today. I'm Missy Marshino and I love the sweetest bean vanilla. And I put it in almost everything I make. So I've cut up about 6 cups. We'll put up this recipe. We need some lemon. So I'm gonna squeeze some lemon in here. We need about 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. Lemon juice just makes the apricot flavor just pop. I have some vanilla beans in here, and I am gonna use about 2/3 of a vanilla bean. So the best way to do that, I store it in sugar because I'm gonna be doing a lot of canning this fall, but I don't want them to dry out. So I cut it in half and then I just put it in the fruit. So now I'm gonna put this in my pan and I'm gonna turn on the heat to medium. I've also, you got to have everything prepared. So we've got sugar, about 2.5 cups of sugar, and then I use the Low Sugar Pectin to help it set up. You can find recipes where you don't have to add pectin, but I just find pectin is more reliable. I feel like when you add the vanilla bean, you get the flavor from the bean, plus you get those little tiny vanilla seeds, and those give so much flavor. It gives such a unique flavor to your jam. No one's doing this in the grocery store. You want to make sure it's mashed. So we've got that mashed, and we want to heat it till it starts boiling. So that's what we're waiting for. Now, while it's boiling, you've got to get your other stuff ready. So you've got to get the water for the water bath to put your jars in. Your jars need to be clean, so all of that needs to be done ahead of time. You can see those beans. Bean halves are really going to start to impart some really good flavor into this. When you're stirring, make sure you've added the pectin at the beginning with the lemon juice. And then we need to make sure that this is medium high. We don't need this to get to a rolling boil, but we need this to be boiling before we add the sugar. And oh my word, does that smell good. If it's boiling pretty well, what you want to make sure you do is just add the sugar, and then you just keep stirring. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit a minute, and then we just stir this. You just do not want this to burn on the bottom, so you've got to constantly stir it. So now it's time to put these in jars. So I take the bean and I just squish out the insides, make sure most of them are out, and then I stir that in. I mean, it's not the end of the world if the bean ends up in your jam, but it doesn't have to be there. So now I'm going to just fill these jars, and a couple of things that I've learned over the years is you want the jar to be filled with about 1/4 of an inch. I take a wet clean towel. I get the lid, dry that. Can you see the little black specks in there? It's kind